So this is going to be for water signs. I'm going to start with Scorpio. Scorpio, I'm going to just dive right into it. I'm going to use my own deck. I will give it one little go round shuffle here. There we go. All right. So let's see what comes out for you, Scorpio. There's a silence coming through on my end. So I don't know if you're trying to be silent or if you're just feeling quiet today. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands coming out, so you could be kind of burdened by something. This says all men are created equal, some are just better equipped. Okay, I'm not going to read too much into that until I get the rest of the cards out, but let me just see what wants to come out. Okay, Ten of Wands. Oof. So we went from Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands. This is transparency. Somebody could have, I know this sounds really bad, and it could be really bad. Whatever is going on right now, Scorpio, somebody is able to see through something. And I almost want to say it is technology of some type. These are apples right behind all men are created equal. There's something about like technology trails or I almost want to say like chemtrails. There's something about like evidence of something being apparent to a large group of people or um, transparency being not talking about being able to see through something so much as just something being crystal clear. Maybe you've had to make yourself crystal clear with somebody about equality or something having to do with um, being obvious about something or not. Ooh, this is really interesting, like information as well as energy coming through. This is the Five of Wands in reverse. So there could have been something like kind of, are you like some type of politician or something? This is what it feels like. With all men are created equal over here, some are just better equipped. And then all men, well, not all men, but just created equal being over here. There's something not growing correctly in your neck of the woods. It's like putting the horse before the or like the baby before the carriage. I mean, because honestly, you've got to have like a very healthy, well-rounded tree in order for it to have blossoms or blooms associated with it. So if for that to be kind of topsy-turvy like that is strange. It's out something is out of order. It's like the length of someone's hair or the way something progresses is impossible under your kind of understanding of physics and the world around you in reality. Something is amiss in your world right here. It's because it's almost like someone wants to be really obvious about something before they've even put in their equal fair share or um, had an equal opportunity to do something, or that one person was way better equipped. This person was way better equipped than the others. I do want to say these are corn stalks that are in the reverse. They're just like these are corn husks, or they should turn into corn husks. This is in the reverse. So this is a flowering situation instead of a fruity one, a fruits and vegetables situation. This is a aesthetically pleasing situation that actually fits better in that frame of mind, I want to say, than it does in a more nutritious way. I don't know how else to verbalize that. Yeah. So here's Peacock Flare. This is Bowie, kind of David Bowie energy. Try it. Whatever this is right here is not created equal, so you can't necessarily try it. It's almost like saying, are we going to eat organic? Are we going to eat organic fruits and vegetables, or are we going to take genetically modified, um, mutant fruits and vegetables, and are we going to eat those? Like, are those going to be our GMOs going to be our new normal? There's nothing wrong with that, but we just got to kind of make that decision. Okay. So it could be something that simple. This Bowie card was at the top of the deck here. I am going to use Nadia Turner. This is the Forest Fae deck. Just to see for you, Scorpio, what the underlying, you know, more grounding energies are saying about what's going on. So we've got the Mandrake spirit coming out. This is keep yourself rooted in the earth. Spring is coming, dream deep. I want to say this came out yesterday in one of the earth sign reads. You might want to go watch that. But this is being well prepared. So she's got 4 leaves and 3 different kinds of fruit hanging from her mantle. That's how she's created, and she's really well prepared. She doesn't have on any clothes. I do want to say that. She's naked. However, she's also covered by um, her own hairline. And I also want to say that she's saying, like, we come in peace. If you can see her hands. I know the booblies are really distracting, so just try not to pay attention to this. But you can see her hand, and it is kind of saying, like, I come in peace. There's something about, like, maybe needing space for both sides of this to kind of take off at the same time. They're different seasons. I will say that. The season for harvest is not the same season as you want to plant and kind of start new growing ventures, unless that's the season for that specific rooting process. I also want to say that you could be like, this could be like a competition where both sides had an equal chance, but this one was obviously not created as equally as this one. You could have just lost something, or you could have won something. Like, you'll know how this applies to your life. For this is transparency, please give us one of the Forest Fae cards for clarification. Okay, so we've got the Autumn Fae coming out in the reverse right here. In the upright, the Autumn Fae says, go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. In the reverse, this is what's obvious. Maybe something was too fast. Maybe there was a fast talker. Maybe there was a fast worker. Maybe somebody was doing something too quickly, too fast, without regard. I just am hearing reckless regard coming through. And that's what threw off whatever situation this was right here. The Autumn Fae kind of reminds me of leaves falling off of trees. So like the fall time. So we were just talking about time frames. Yeah, the spring and the summer are not the same in terms of gardening as fall or winter for that matter. And if you don't know those kind of natural circadian rhythms of the earth, it is really difficult to synchronize yourself with them in a way that is conducive to growth. Oh, okay. So we've got the honey mother in reverse. This is sometimes the greatest magic lies in the smallest forms. This is what was not created equal. It's like something was going to sting no matter what, or something was going to swarm. I almost see a swarm of locusts kind of annihilating an entire crop of corn or something like that. Please don't stop this. She wants to step on the keyboard really bad. This is what this is, though, is, in the upright, this would have been a swarm of locusts attacking that corn husk field, and just there would have been nothing left, right? In the reverse, maybe you kind of obviously already knew that. You already kind of knew where you were going to trip and fall on something, and you were able to negate that. Maybe you won the situation. This is how you did it. This was the game plan. Avoid the insects, the swarms of insects attacking this specific field or location, right? Over here it's not very obvious to everybody else, but you were able to stop that from happening. You did not fall on your face. You did not, the cornfield did not fall. You were able to salvage little, like the majority of it, let's say, okay? Bottom of the deck is Spiny Sister. It says, take pride in yourself. She did come out in the reverse, but so did Bowie. I just put him in the upright because, This could be sister energy. This could just also be an energy that you kind of want to consider how to peacefully coexist with, but not in the same dwelling, if that makes sense. So we're going to use the Colette Baron Reed deck really quickly. This is the Enchanted Map. This is going to be advice moving forward or moving on. Ophelia. Oh, excuse me. My cat is about to get into something. Excuse me. Among other things. That's kind of what this reading was about, knowing what you're equipped with, what you've been handed, and then also realizing that, it's kind of obvious what the cat is going to decide to be curious about. So being able to sidestep that is something that helps us to stay on equal living terms, if that makes sense. It's like not too many cooks in the kitchen because we're both females. However, they always say, cats actually own their human, not the other way around. And I actually kind of do agree with that sentiment a little bit. Yeah. So here we've got the Stuck in the Mud, number 24. And we've got number 18. This is Magic Stream. So I am seeing that it's almost like the mud is being washed away by this water, this continuous flow of water that seems to come out of midair. It seems to come from nowhere at all. There's one like bonsai tree way up there at the top. But other than that, this waterfall is coming from nowhere. It's the Ace of Cups kind of feeling where my cup runneth over, where there's like a bottomless well of like, healing water that comes and is able to have this sisterly kind of bond or connection with one another that doesn't have anything to do with anybody else around them at all. And that's this equality coming in both directions. It's a reciprocal relationship. If it's not give and take, then I really don't think that waterfall would have been able to stand autonomously on its own and function at the level, at the volume that it functions at. Here is Spark, number 34, coming out. This is kind of like a stupid Cupid moment where you prick your finger on a needle, and even though it draws blood, it's like, oh, this is like a love prick, You see the little the heart right there? There's 2 hearts above and 1 heart down there. And then kind of 2 drops of blood that are dripping off of her. That goes with all men are created equal. Some are just better equipped. Yeah, so some people have a natural spark and other people have to steal or borrow or take the spark from someone else in order for their mandrake spirit to come out. All of these go together. Let me show you. This all men are created equal, some are just better equipped, came out with spark and the mandrake spirit. Mandrakes are a type of fruit. I also had a pretty strong, I don't know, I guess it was like a download about a draconian the other day. I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff, but if you are, this is kind of directly in correlation with that. It was talking about, twinkle or spark in your father's eye being the beginning part. So this is 1, 2, and 3 hearts. Then you've got 3 mandrake fruits that are ripe for the picking. And this woman is obviously naked because she's ripe for the picking. That's kind of this idea here. I only know that because the goblins are standing behind that, kind of like talking about it. There's just chit chat about it, about this spark that has started something. I don't know, Scorpio, you could be like experiencing a really fruitful relationship. Maybe you're trying to start conceiving or trying to start creating a new idea on how to birth a new thought into existence. I don't know. Yeah, this is solitude, number 13. This is this transparency is something that you kind of had to go through by yourself. We've got the autumn fae in the reverse over here. This is a moment where instead of the fae leading you somewhere or doing something for you, you kind of have to do it alone. This is a lighthouse, but it's like a rundown lighthouse. So it's like you refurbishing this thing. That's something that you got to do alone. The fae are busy helping other woodland creatures. They're off, you know, opening little buds all over the place, like fairies do, and blossoming this and blooming that, and trying to encourage and breathe life into everything. You know what I mean? Like that's what the Fae are doing. That's really none of your business, is what I'm hearing here. That's weird. There's like almost a standoffish energy here. It's like your energy might be a little standoffish to other people. Like you need space for this, for your light to come on, or for your for things to become transparent or illuminated to you, so that you don't have to fall or catch feel like you're running around catching dead fallen leaves. Okay, this is a way to revamp yourself. I do want to say how to learn how to rake up the leaves and jump into them as like a pile of fun afternoon activity with your sisters or your brothers or your parents or whatever during the holidays. That's yes. So there's the listening coming through. There's just a need to like gentle, be something. It needs to be way more gentle here than it's been. It's been very severe. It's been a very definitive, like, oh, it's almost like this very gentle spirit of the elephant could not hear the humming or the oh, that's the idea that we have right now that we're trying to spark off. Oh, that it's almost like this elephant just their ears are way bigger than everyone else's. They're Dumbo, right? And they can hear this music all the time, but when you stop hearing the swarm or the kind of the idea to grow, that it's time to grow or time to increase, not in size, because we're talking about insects, which is what we were originally talking about here. This is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids moment. It's ants, A Bug's Life. It's all of those, all three of those combined into one, realizing that for an elephant, their size is their size. It's not relevant to that of an ant or to a bee. They don't compare and contrast themselves. Their capacity to love is such that it also takes up a huge amount of space. It doesn't mean that it's more or less than the hive. It just means that they travel in their own group of species, and that there's a very deep connection that only within that one group of species is able to experience or hear this superfluous noise. It's almost like they could hear the water flowing from so far away. It's the spark in their eye. It's the oasis. It's them crossing the Sahara Desert toward the light, which the lighthouse in this specific sense is the music or the swarm where everyone else is. That's what they're listening to. But the solitude right here is the true music, the things that they experience on their own. Follow the leader was right underneath this in the reverse. So that's what I'm saying, is that this is number 40, and there's something about not being able to find your way home without having that intuitive humming. It's each of these notes is somewhat like an envelope with a small clue in it, like a scavenger hunt, or maybe each of them is like a stepping stone, or each of them is a progression of thought that cannot happen unless there's solitude, because they're both in the upright. The solitude, the solitary song that we are, the drum that we dance to or that we walk to. It comes from our like-minded individuals, and we all coexist together. But the buzz of a bee is relevant only to this one if it is part of the song that sings them home. Part of what illuminates the lighthouse is the song. Each of these is maybe a different color that has been sparked in the air from this species over here, from that frog on the lily pad over there, from this dragonfly that's zipping past this ear over here. You understand what I mean? Like these are all clues. These are all pieces of the puzzle. And in order for this gentle creature to get back home to the honey mother in the upright where everything is, I just want to say like the Sahara or the Serengeti, that all those have to come back into balance. And right now they're really not, because something was not created equally. I don't know why I'm seeing that scene from Winnie the Pooh about the blustery day, and then there's like these strange elephant looking animals that he is like imagining about. He has like an entire blustery day. There's like a whole song about it. But anyway, go look it up. It's probably under Winnie the Pooh Blustery Day. But anyway, this is not lusting for that. You're not lusting for a blustery day. It's one thing to have a spark that is like deep seated, came from something within yourself that you found for yourself, and that is long lasting. So this song is not, it's like this is the song of your heart, as cheesy as that sounds, or I guess as corny as that sounds. um, but that's really what takes, like, it's the same song that your sister listened to falling asleep when you were little, or your brother. Your mom sang both of you the same song. It's the same, it's an aesthetic, it's a look that your mom had when she was, when you were young. It's this one song that she used to play on the radio all the time while she was making dinner or doing her hair. It's that kind of nostalgic memory that is this pieces of the puzzle. It's the parts that complete the whole. It's what creates a sense of stability through like solidarity, both together and individually, if that makes sense. I think that's all for you right now, Scorpio. Hope that was at least interesting, if nothing else.